Hi, I'm Ben, and this is my review on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. Now, I never watched Power Rangers when I was a kid. I got into it when I was in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s. My mom didn't want me to watch Power Rangers as a kid because she heard a lot of people were fighting and she didn't want me to experience the same thing, and I heard it was a bad influence on children, on other kids. But then as she heard and she met some people who did watch Power Rangers, and then she realized it was okay, and she thought it was a rough show, but it was fine and it was kind of silly, so she didn't mind me watching it. But yeah, I'm older now and I watch Power Rangers. I know Power Rangers is more for a younger audience, but I still really, but it's actually a really good show to still enjoy as an adult. Now, I've seen the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Alien Rangers, and Zeo Range, Power Rangers Zeo, and yeah, right now I'm on Power Rangers Zeo. But I used to watch it on Netflix, but they took the whole library down. Like it had like all the library of Power Rangers, and now it's gone, which is frustrating. So I'm watching most of it online, and I'm trying to find time to watch it online. But yeah, I have seen the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, like the old 90s movie and the 2017 movie a while back. But yeah, and I have seen like current Power Ranger show like Beast Morphers and Dino Fury. I enjoy watching those. They're, it's a really fun show, even if it is very kiddish, but it is a show that you can still enjoy if you have the heart of a child. Like, it is a really fun show. Like, there's robots, superhero actions. It's a fun show to enjoy. It feels like a B movie monster movie. B Yeah, well, but anyway, so Once and Always. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, David, Jason David Frank, the guy who played Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, passed away, and so it's sad because they do a little honoring thing, which is really sweet that they did that. And sadly, Trini, the actress who played the Yellow Ranger, is the first Yellow Ranger, passed away due in a car accident. So that's really sad, but they honor their legacy. But here's something they did, like because she died years ago in real life, they still had the Yellow Ranger, but I think it was someone in the suit, but they killed her character off, and she has a daughter, and it skips to a year later, so they literally made her death canon, which is still sad, but it makes sense to honor that. But with that said, so Trini's daughter, Mia, I think her name is, she discovers she was a Power Ranger, and Rita Repulsa. Like if you remember Rita Repulsa, okay, I haven't seen Power Rangers in space, but they did explain what happened in Power Rangers, what happened to Rita, and all I know is that Rita died, sort of like she turned into a normal human being, which a good human being, but her essence came back, and she came back as a robot with a new body. Now, I am going to get into spoilers, so if you haven't watched Power Rangers Once and Always, major spoilers. So, Alpha, he's back, but they have a robot of Alpha 8, but then but she goes into it shows in a flashback that Billy was trying to bring Zordon back, but instead they accidentally brought Rita back, but Rita possessed Alpha 8 and turned them into a robot copy, and now Rita's back as like this Terminator thing, Rita Repulsa, which is pretty freaky, right? Which is pretty freaky looking, and she has like these cyborg monsters that she brings, and she helps fight alongside her, and it's really crazy. And so the Power Rangers are back, but not all of the Rangers. Like they couldn't explain Jason, like well, yeah, I don't know why the other ones didn't came back, but some of the other actors who played who took on the mantles came back and donned their suits like Cat and Rocky, but I do like that Zack is the Black Ranger trying to lead the team, which is pretty neat. And Billy had some cool scenes where, but he felt responsible for bringing back Rita, so I kind of want to, so that's kind of sad. But they try to figure out how to handle it. But yeah, so Rita Repulsa gets half of the Power Rangers, and that's why the other ones came back to don the suits again, and then they get tied up, and they Rita needs them on the moon so they can open a portal to go, so she can go back in time and try to reach her younger self. But yeah, that's their way of explaining why Jason isn't here. I mean, well, Jason David Frank and yeah, the Red Ranger, the original. I don't know why the other Ranger actor isn't in this. I can gather why Kimberly is the actress who played Kimberly, because there is a video where she was crying because Jason David Frank passed away. So it is hard. Yeah, should point out that there's two Jasons, like Jason the character who's the Red Ranger, the character, and there's Jason the actor who plays Tommy Oliver. But yeah, because Tommy passed away, and it is sad because he was one of the coolest Rangers, and he was easily a fan favorite for obvious reasons because he was nice and tough and kind of awesome. So it is. I do understand why, but it is a bit it's sad, but with that said, it was still an awesome short. I personally thought it was going to be like a mini series or a new season with the Power Rangers coming back, but it was like a 50-minute TV special or TV movie, but it was still a lot of fun. Like Alpha didn't annoy me. Like I thought Alpha annoyed me, but a lot of people said they found Alpha to be annoying, but I actually really like Alpha. He always helped out. Bulk and Skull. I thought I was gonna hate Bulk and Skull. Like, am I supposed to hate Bulk and Skull in the original show? But actually, a lot of people really like Bulk and Skull, and yeah, as I keep watching them, they're a lot of fun. They had their own dynamics in the show, and they were a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, they do come back in appearance as something, but I forget what they were. But they come back, and also there's a scene where Mia, I think, her Kimberly's Trini's daughter, who has a transforming car and she tries to be the Yellow Ranger and take on the mantle to honor her mother, but it's hard because she can't fight with vengeance, but she does nearly sacrifice herself to save Billy and tries to save the day, and then she gets a boost and she's like, I'm a Power Ranger, and then she becomes the Yellow Ranger. And then they formed the Megazord on the moon, which is pretty awesome. Like, they formed the Megazord on the moon. I don't remember if they did that in the series, but it was still awesome to see, and I love seeing the Megazords, and there's a lot of CG with the Megazords, which I might understand why they need to use CGI, but I do love the old costume build up with that. I think that was always fun. But yeah, it was a. But yeah, they defeated the evil Rita robot, and they go back to Angel Grove at that bar scene, at that old bar, and they literally made it like the same bar from the show, which is pretty neat. But yeah, and they learned a lesson like they always do, and at the end they honored Trainee and Jason David Frank's memory by showing a picture, and it was really sweet but kind of sad. But with that said, I had fun with this. This was a fun special that I watched. I like seeing all the original actors return. The two other actors who took on the mantle as the Black Ranger and the Yellow Ranger, they appeared in the series, but then they were like part of a unit, but they didn't show much. But it was good to see them. But with that said, I had a lot of good time watching this show. It was sweet but kind of sad, but it was a lot of fun to watch. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching my review, and go Power Rangers!